The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
This episode of Good Times with Mo, the podcast, is brought to you by Globe.
Was out. They pulled me back in.
The biggest, most outrageous online show in Philippine history.
20 million fucking downloads.
Interactive in 35 countries. Mo is back with a vengeance in Season 2. Bigger, better, badder.
Let's start off with an international call. Yesterday we took a call from India. Tonight it's Canada.
Nice. Let's go to Ireland. Where in Ireland are you?
Well, I'm in Dublin.
Some people say that I'm a bad guy. They may be right.
Let's go to Afghanistan. Holy shit, are you fucking really in Afghanistan?
Yeah, man, what's up?
Florida.
What's up?
I just found your show today, and I think it's great.
Live from Hollywood and at the Beyond the Box studios in One Rockwell, Makati. It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast, Season 2. The Bigger, Better, Badder podcast. Your questions about love, life, sex, are all answered and occasionally made fun of here. And now, the man who loves women and dudes, but not in the same way. The Philippine genius, DJ Mo Twister.
All right, welcome to the podcast here. It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast, Season 2, brought to you by Globe. Phone number 478-7954. Skype with the Good Times podcast. You can text us here, 927-214-1981. We were supposed to have basketball player Nick Velasco here, but last minute, he was not able to make it tonight, so it's just going to be me and you guys, your phone calls, and some of your messages that I'll try to read off here. About anything you guys want to do. Want to talk about? Bring it. No problem. Your chance, of course, winning at pretty good prizes also happens tonight. So it's me, you, the staff, and this podcast. So let's get to it. We have a lot of calls tonight. Some of them have to do with the thing I posted on Instagram earlier, which in regards to the Miss Universe contestant. What's her name again? Who's our horse for the pageant this year? It's Ariela Arida, if I'm not mistaken. And she was being interviewed, I think, a few days ago by Karen Davila. And she kind of said something there that I thought would be offensive to Latina people. And then I kind of posted on the on Instagram for people to talk about. And yeah, I mean, I've had over like, I think 600 or 550 or something like that responses on Instagram. So it has drawn a little bit of attention. I guess we can talk about that later if you guys want to talk about that. I know there are a few phone calls that we have on hold that people want to address it. So we can definitely do that. No worries. But anything you guys want to talk about? Generally, love life, sex life, career. We could do sports, whatever you want to do. Let's throw it out since it's just a you and me show tonight. So let's start with Nikki, who is in Cebu. Nikki, how old are you, love? You are 22 years old, and you're in Cebu. What's going on? Hi, Nikki.
Hello, am I talking with Mo right now?
Oh, I thought you were female. You're female-ish. Yeah, it's cool. Yes, Nikki, this is Mo. What's up, love? How could we help you?
I just have a question because I have
Fire
a mouth sore right now.
You're what?
I have a mouth sore. What do you know what mouth sore is?
Mouth sore. Oh, sorry, singaw.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Okay,
So,
go.
my friends told me that if you have mouth sore, then you're not allowed to, do something. Like, suck a dick. Is that okay to say?
Yeah, oh, yeah. You could say suck a dick, eat a pussy, fucking ass. You could do you could say all that stuff here on the show. No problem.
Okay, great.
Yeah, can you suck a dick with a mouth sore? I really think it depends on what kind of mouth sore you're dealing with here. Is it your traditional singaw, yung sa loob ng mouth, yung parang white na open sore lesion looking thing? Or is it a mouth sore that you see consistent with like a herpes simplex 1, which is kind of outside of the mouth? You'll see that pimply red sore. Because one, I think, is referred to canker sore. The other one is referred to as cold sore. I think singaw, if we're going to go with the translation, I think singaw is canker sore, which is that white ish open kind of looking small looking vagina inside the mouth. Is that what you have?
It's color red. There's no white color. So it's like
it's inside or kind of on the outside of the lips area?
Inside.
Inside. Ooh, you know, I try to veer away from giving medical advice on the show because I'm not a doctor by any means. But from what I've heard, if it's if it's cold sore, that's very contagious. Like if you suck a dick, you're gonna spread that on the dick. But it's not even like regulated to just dicks. Like if you fucking use the same straw or whatever, toothbrush, there's a good chance that that's gonna get over and transferred. If it's the singaw, the one we refer to as inside the mouth, yung open kind of nastiness like that, then that's not contagious, and that is a completely different kind of thing. So, I don't want to say suck a dick and all of a sudden the guy gets sick, but from what I know, singaw, not contagious, mouth sore around the mouth, very contagious. So how about letting it subside, or if you're really concerned about it, go see a doctor. Either way, like, even if you happen to pass it, because, like, I have to be honest, I've gone down on a girl with a singaw in my mouth. I mean, shit, like, you're already at that moment. It's one of those things. It's like, fuck, man. Fuck it, I'll just do it anyway.
Okay.
Just because I know singaws are not contagious.
Right now. Sorry.
Oh, so are you gonna? You're with someone right now. You're gonna suck his dick?
Right. He really wants me to do so, but I'm kind of scared.
Just. Does it feel like a singaw? Does it look like a singaw?
It is.
Maybe you can suck his dick tomorrow. You know what's I've given this. I've given this
like 3 days already.
3 days, huh?
Right.
And you haven't put anything on it?
I put something. It's a liquid from our company, from our clinics, but I don't know the name. But
you know what works really well? If you go to the it's like your ENT or stuff like that. They have, and again, I've said this before on the show, they have silver nitrate, which is a wonderful remedy for singaw. It's kind of like this burning, what is silver nitrate? It's like a compound that just burns away the bacteria. Excuse me. And it works wonderful. That singaw will be gone in, I don't know, all but 10 seconds. It works immediately and extremely effective. So if you go to your ENT or whatever, ask for some silver nitrate. They'll put it in your mouth. It kind of looks like a Q-tip, a wooden stick, and like a big match. And it'll burn it right off. Bacteria dies. 10 seconds, you're done. You could be sucking dick, in less than a minute. You put a dick in your mouth immediately and you're fine. So silver nitrate is really the way to go. But again, if your boyfriend doesn't mind, then suck his dick, whatever. Either way, the herpes, while not curable, so many people have it. Probably not a good idea to spread it, but if you have it, don't worry about it too much as well at the same time. Okay? Did you want to suck his dick right now on the show, or was this something for tonight? Like later?
No. After the call, maybe.
Yeah, after the call. All right. Well, enjoy, boys. Chop, chop.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I think that I just want to comment about Arvila Rita.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you got?
I was able to check her Instagram account, but I think she's good. She's pretty. She's sexy. But I don't like the way she talks.
Yeah, the way she speaks. I mean, her English isn't great, but that's not really a problem. I mean, it's a problem if she does something that we make fun of, like, if she did a major thing again, like we
right.
which we had seen in years past. I've always been pro interpreter because it'd be nice to showcase the Filipino language at a large stage. I mean, obviously, so many people know what Tagalog sounds like, but any chance we can showcase our language, why not, right? I mean, shit, it seems like it's cool. A lot of people know that we're We have a high literacy rate in English. People around the world know that call centers run through India and us. But if there's a chance that we can showcase a little bit of our Tagalog, why not, right? Or Filipino, why not?
Right.
So it goes away from making those big mistakes using English and saying something that's difficult to comprehend. But I think from what happened, here, let me play you the clip in a few minutes here. But I think when she said that, okay, fine, Latinas can't come up with, can't speak a sentence in English, can't come up with a sentence in English. I found that if you were Latina, you would be offended by that. Also, if you take into account how easily we're offended by anything someone says about us. Like the moment Dan Brown says, oh, we arrived in Manila and it looked like the gates of hell. Fucking A, man. People just lose their minds. And I think this was even far more offensive than something like that, because you're saying, oh, well, the message that I took from it was, okay, listen, I'm not the best in English. I'm practicing. But look at the Latinas over there. They can't even put something together, and they do fine. But there's no need to, let's quote-unquote, bash another group of people for their lack of, or their inability to speak English well, so you can defend your inability to speak English well. Or your chances of winning are good because, look, they suck at it, and they win. I mean, it's not... If you're going to be in a competition and represent a country, it's not the way to go. If you're going to be online and you're going to commentate about the pageant, like, wow, look at this Miss blah, 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 di marunong mag-English, that's fine. You're not representing anyone but yourself. But when you're representing a country and you say, well, look at all them, they suck at it, it's probably not the behavior we're looking for someone who's going to represent our country. That's all. So you have to separate our behavior from her behavior. Our behavior to criticize what people say, that's because we represent us. For someone else to criticize about your inability to do something or that, and that person represents your nation, different story. You wouldn't want to see a president do that. You want to see anyone else do that. But your normal guy on social media, fine, let him do it. Who gives a shit? I don't care about him. He represents his opinion. But when you are representing our country, when you decide to get involved in something where people, millions and millions of people are going to look at you and look at, if you look at the news clip, it says on the bottom there, representing Philippines in the Miss Universe pageant. When you're representing the country, don't talk shit about other countries.
Right.
Like, if you suck at something, you suck at something. Why would you want to insult or compare your inability to do something with fucking 35 other countries? Because she didn't say, oh, look at Miss Venezuela or whatever. She said the entire, you know how many fucking Latin countries there are?
Right.
You know how many Latin descent countries there are in South America alone that have delegates and representatives in that pageant? And how many in Central America? And how many in the southern parts of North America? There's a lot of fucking Latinos that are part of this pageant as well. And a lot of these contestants are fucking PhD holding beauty queens and all. I mean, they're not just pretty. They're actually rather intelligent. And some of them maybe linguist majors and could speak 8 fucking languages without the need of an interpreter. But don't tell them that none of them can do it. And if that was us, remember, if that was us, if someone on stage, if a Latina girl, let's flip it around, if Miss Bolivia was on stage and said, my interpreter is here, but I decide not to use him because I want to speak in English, because I'm educated in English. And to a point where I'm going to use English like the Filipinos use English, but of course I'm going to do a better job because they fuck their things up with a little major. If someone said something like that about us, we would lose our minds. Fucking lose our minds. But yet we're allowed to do that. Yeah, we're allowed to do that. I mean, come on, it's bullshit. All right. Anyway, nevertheless, thank you, Nikki. I appreciate your call and your opinion on it. You don't have to agree with me. Anybody doesn't have to. I just say, hey, listen, if you're going to represent the Philippines, yeah, if you're going to represent the Philippines, please don't talk shit about other people. Like, I can talk shit about you can talk shit about other people, but not when we're pretending or we're going to be doing it under the umbrella of representation of the nation. All right. Thanks for the call. Have a good one. Yeah, enjoy sucking that dick. Here's the clip for the news thing.
I think she's having a hard time speaking in English.
Yes, I'm aware of it actually, and I've got a lot of trainings, especially on my communication skill, and I'm doing my best to really express myself, to convey my message to the people. Especially, Latinas cannot even
That's true.
Speak a sentence, right? But
That's true.
I mean, a complete sentence
in English.
In English, yeah.
Little offensive. If I was a Latina, really offensive. But I'm not. So that's why I wish her luck. That's what I say. I mean, I don't really care that much. But, whatever. Let's go ahead and put her on there.
So was Karen
Whatever.
Davila
Who cares?
agreeing?
I'm sorry?
Was Karen Davila, she said that
Karen Davila was agreeing on the clip, and then she sent me a message. I can't find it. It's on my phone. I wanted to read it off. I should be more prepared, but she sent me a message clarifying like what she meant was look at the Latinas. This is, I think, what I remember from her, Karen's message to me yesterday, which was if you look at the Latinas, they don't speak English well, but they win. Yeah, but that's what she meant to say. Sure, I agree. I think that's what Ariella meant to say. She meant to say, hey, listen, look at them. They're fine. They don't, they don't speak English, but they do well. But that's not how it was conveyed. And maybe that's because you don't speak English well. So, in fact, this could be a great lesson to bring an interpreter to the fucking show. Because if there are going to be other people who find it offensive, what more? I mean, not to say that Karen's show is not as popular as the Miss Universe pageant, but I'm going to assume the Miss Universe pageant has more viewers. If X amount of viewers saw Karen's program and already, because of her inability to reflect whatever's in her mind or her feelings in English, what more on that stage? The more now we should have an interpreter for her mismo. Now, next year, let's say Georgina Wilson, for example, decides to join the pageant and she gets to the Miss Universe. Maybe she doesn't need one. Maybe it's case by case. Some people can speak it better than others. That's true. There are people out there who speak English better than I do. There are people that I speak English better than. But I'm not going to go ahead and say, but look at all the fucking Chinese. They don't know shit. Of course not. Because I'm sure I can find 1 million of Chinese who speak better English than I do. Don't generalize. It's a fallacy. Fallacy is incorrect reasoning, flawed logic. You cannot do that when you're representing your nation. You can't. You can do it on social media. You can do it in the comforts of your own home. You can do it at the Starbucks with your stupid friends, but you can't go on a fucking huge venue like a news program, like our equivalent of CNN, or even the pageant itself. Let go of that from your mouth and expect people not to be pissed off. Imagine if it was us. Imagine if Miss Venezuela or Miss Bolivia or Miss Colombia or Miss any of them go up and say, oh, I'm not going to use interpreter, just like the Philippines, but I hope not to fuck it up like they do in the past years, because we have fucked it up in the past years when we choose not to use an interpreter. I mean, please, at least admit that shit. That we, in fact, fucked it up a couple times. And sometimes we do great. Sometimes Charlene did fantastic. She did that whole high tide, low tide. That was very witty. And then we had another one. Who was the other one the other year that was also gave a pretty good answer? But, yeah, we do well, and sometimes we don't. And for the ones that tend to not do well, bring an interpreter. That's all. That's all I'm saying. All right, Kevin, line 2. What do you got? Kevin wants to talk about this shit, too. Kevin, you're 25. Fire away. Do we have Kevin on line 2?
Hold on. I think we lost Kevin.
We have other love problems and blowjob questions on the hold. So, but since we're already on this topic, I'd like to take the ones that are calling for this topic. Do you want to grab Tom? We have several Toms here. You guys want to grab Tom on line, what do we have, 6?
Yep.
If he wants to talk about it, or?
Sure. 6?
Or 5, I'm sorry. Tom on 5, if I'm not mistaken, yes?
6.
All right, Tom on 6. What do you got, buddy?
Hi, Mo.
Hi, Tom. Are you calling about this issue as well?
I'm sorry?
Are you calling about this issue as well?
Yeah, I'm with the English speaking issue.
Yeah, what do you got?
Well, I was calling about, I want to ask you about, what to do when my gay boss asks me out.
Oh, this is the different Tom. We have two Toms on hold. One who has a gay boss who's asking about. The other one wants to talk about the Miss Universe thing. Okay, wait. Let me. I think we put on the wrong Tom. So your gay boss. I'll just take your question and then we'll get back to it in the line. Your gay boss has asked you out on a date. And you're straight. Shit. May I ask how he asked you out? Like word for word, what did he say? I just want to make sure you didn't misinterpret it.
Yeah, he said, Tom, banding naman tayo. Just like
shit.
that.
That doesn't sound professional.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And then did you say where? Like, did he say where, when, and all of these things?
Yeah, he said, ikaw, gusto mo gusto. May kotse naman ako.
Your impersonation's awesome. How do you do this? These are the moments. These are the moments where, fine, I'm going to use this term that I hate using, but I'll use it. You can friend zone him. I think that's the way to go. This is a true friend zone. So what I want you to do is, because he's your boss, you want to keep it professional, but you also don't want him to be mad at you if you turn it down. So why not say, okay, let's have lunch. Or if he asks you, let's have dinner, go, can I bring my girlfriend? Like, do you have a girlfriend, Tom?
Well, I don't have a girlfriend right now.
All right. Just borrow one of your friends that are females and say, hey, pretend you're my girlfriend or something. And so when your gay boss goes, oh, dinner tayo, bonding tayo, say, oh, sige, okay, yeah, sige nga. Oh, is it okay if I bring my girlfriend? Because, I usually go out with her. Something like that, where you're not shutting him down, but you're obviously friend zoning him.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
If he said,
I think that's the way to go.
What if you say, ay nako, just like that, and gusto ko tayong dalawa lang.
Ay, magagalit yung girlfriend ko. Siyempre masaselos yan. Something like that. You flirt your way in, light flirtatious kind of response where you're not. That's what I would do. Obviously, certain people would shut it down right away. They'll be like, this is not professional. I would like us to keep us professional. I've worked in a business where there's a huge homosexual population. A lot of them are in power. A lot of them are not in power. It goes from the top to the bottom, and no pun intended. And I just tend to, I just go along with it. We have a culture, and they tend to be at times like the way you explain it, like, oy, bonding tayo. I'm like, oh, sige, okay lang if I bring, I just kind of mimic the mood and the cadence that they bring by friend zoning them at that moment. That's how I would do it, though. Okay? Obviously, it's different in different cultures, different people. Thanks, man.
All right. Thanks, Mo.
All right. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Now let's go to Kevin. Is Kevin back, or what's the deal here? We're going to take a break.
Commercial break first.
Commercial break. All right, here we go, because we already have 2 calls in. When we come back, again, a lot of calls to get to. 478-7954. Skype, The Good Times Podcast. Text 0927-214-1981 on this Tuesday night, 22nd of October. Good Times with Mo, the podcast. Season 2, brought to you by Globe. Don't go away.
Stay tuned. We'll return after this commercial break.
With All Stars, we're always on the move. It's really important for us to get better and stronger for every competition that we get into. For all the different lifestyles that we have, some of us are graphic artists, filmmakers. We still find ways to get together. We put a lot of effort in practicing and rehearsing. Minsan may mga biglaang shows or auditions, so it's really important for us to get connected. I use my Globe group messaging to get a hold of everybody else. Malayo na rin ang narating namin, marami na rin kaming napuntahan. So it's really important to get connected.
Hi. They say nothing in this world is free. And for the most part, that's true. But here at NMF Network, all shows are indeed 100% free. And as an added feature, you have the option to subscribe to all your favorite programs, also at no charge. Why should you subscribe? By subscribing, you no longer have the hassle of delays when you stream the program. You also don't need to keep checking our site to see if your favorite programs are up, because they'll automatically be uploaded to your device as soon as it's available. Here's how to do it. For those people with Apple mobile devices, first you need to download the podcast app. Once you download the podcast app, open it. You should be taken to the featured page. Now, you look for the store button. Hit the store button, and after doing that, hit the search button. Put your cursor on it and type New Media Factory. All our shows should automatically appear. Pick your favorite or favorites, open it, and hit subscribe. And that's it, you're done. Congratulations and welcome to the New Media Factory family.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with a game Chubby Bunny, but have you played Chubby Bunny before? No. You put a marshmallow in your mouth, you say Chubby Bunny, and you keep putting it in your mouth, and you keep saying Chubby Bunny. Okay. Whoever can fit the most in their mouth wins. But we're not gonna say Chubby Bunny. We're gonna have a conversation. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you, okay ka na ba? Okay. And you're gonna be like, okay na. Okay. Okay. Okay? Yeah. Go. 2 at a time? Okay, I'll learn 2 at a time. Okay ka na ba? What? Okay na. I just saw it. Okay ka na ba? Okay na. Okay na ba? Okay na. Okay. No, love this question. Then the maid got jaundice. Jaundice is different from jaundice. Jaundice is buntis, like that. But she does not. Tirsa. Anyway, jaundice does not know. This is professional show. I will put the merienda here. So jaundice, and I'm now happy to present to you Carl Utario. Halika dito, te. Tabi tayo. Gusto mo ng snacks? Ano ba to? Ganyan ba yan? Tapos? Ang puti. Ay, tapos. Dito ba? Pwede ba dyan?
Pwede. Concealer. Yan, para sa show mo, ha? Oh.
Aray ko. Amayaya ba? Pwede ba itong ano? Zora, pang ano ba to? Oil absorbing? Pwede pa itong pang nose line?
Tita Kay, may caution.
Caution! Caution! Basta ng glamour, te!
When used for the first 2 weeks, more pimples will appear. Burahin na sila. Sorry, ma'am. Ito talaga?
Hindi, bago yan. Don't worry.
Buti ako sa mata lang. Hindi naman nagkakapyo. Dapat pala caution muna yung pinasa natin.
Join your host Carrots Nazareno on Live Love Lols every Thursday, 7:30 to 8:30, only here on The Factory.
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Were you the one who posted, James, regarding the guidelines when it comes to checkpoints?
Yes, I was.
That's fantastic.
Yes, I just made it up, but you know, I thought it was this time of year, right? Elections. You know, you never let the truth get in the way of a good story, okay? Children, do not follow this at home. I'm just kidding. Just so you know your rights. If you do get stopped by a checkpoint,
you are not allowed
we're able to verify all of
them.
these, James.
You're not allowed to run over them. That didn't make it here. So technically... Now, number 2. Upon approach, slow down. I guess that counts as not running them over. Dim headlights and turn on cabin lights. Okay.
Cabin lights.
Mm-hmm. Lock all doors of vehicles during inspection. Since lock.
They might get pissed off because you're locking.
But that's the
doors.
thing.
Okay.
This is where they get you. And this is actually, I know we're making fun of it a little bit, but this is a serious issue. We've seen some people genuinely harassed drugs are planted.
Yeah,
and other things, you know. A Justin Bieber CD is planted, which is even worse.
Oh,
yes,
no.
I've heard of that, you know. And there's no defense for that. There's really no defense. Yeah, it's like, but Your Honor, we found this. Throw the book at him. The
Then
CD as well.
Then after that you have to submit your cell phone and everything. And next thing you know, you have a Justin Bieber ringtone.
Catch James Deacon and the boys on Counterflow Wednesdays 7:30 to 8:30 only here on The Factory.
Take a little sunshine, drop a little rainbow, mix in a smile, stay for a while. Sabrina's kitchen, what you waiting for? Sabrina's kitchen, always room for one more. Sabrina's kitchen, cooking up a storm. Sabrina's kitchen, always something new. Sabrina's kitchen table's waiting for you.
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Now we're gonna show you guys the new beta that just came out yesterday. Is God of War Ascension, the private beta for PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus.
Let's watch it, right? It's Enrique playing already.
Yes. Yep. There you go. And perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Well, before that, I was kicking ass.
So go with the theme of the show, how not to play.
It's Robot Rice and Friends with Alfonso Martinez, Mickey Han, and Nigel Zalameo. Fridays, 6 to 7 p.m. only here on The Factory.
My girlfriend says she hates me.
It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast. Call the show tonight and get your love problem answered.
Follow us on Twitter at GTWM Podcast.
And visit www.motwister.com.
Back on the program here, it's Good Times with Mo, the podcast, Season 2, brought to you by Globe. Phone number 478-7954, Skype The Good Times Podcast. You can text us, 0927-214-1981. All right, let's get to it. Some calls here. I want to start with Tom, who is in Bulacan. He's 18 years old. He's on line 5. Tom, welcome to the show. How can we help you, sir? Thanks for being here.
Just a question for you.
Sure.
Have you seen Aubrey Miles' post in Instagram?
Which one? I don't follow Aubrey Miles on Instagram, but so I don't know what you're referring to. But if you can explain it to me or tell me about it, I'd love to hear it. What's up?
I can tweet pick it to you if you like, or I'll just tell it to you.
Yeah, or you can tweet pick it to me just so I could see it. But at the same time, just because we're on the air right now and this is kind of being broadcasted, why don't you explain it to all of us as well?
She posted the one you have posted I think in Instagram, the one that you said that we're not eligible to win the Miss Universe title, like that.
Did I say that?
No, I don't know where. Wait, I'll find it.
All right, take your time. We're just on a show here.
Okay.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do now? I'm just gonna have to. I have no idea what Aubrey Miles said, but I'm sorry.
Here's your tweet. Who cares about winning?
Sorry, go.
Hello.
Yeah.
This is your tweet.
Yeah. Tom, let's go, buddy. We're on a show. Hello?
Who cares about winning the crown? Blah blah. And she posted it in Instagram. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. And then what did she say?
What can you say about it?
Well, what did she say? Fuck. Tom's connection's fucking awful. Is that our fault or is that his fault?
No, it's his.
Of course, Pico's gonna blame it on him because Pico never wants anything to be our fault.
No, it's his.
But what did Aubrey Miles say?
She said that ito na naman siya, babae naman ba inaaway nito? wow, consistent. Okay, ayoko ma-involve, nabasa ko lang. And like that.
Okay. I don't know what to react. I mean, Aubrey Miles and I obviously don't have a good relationship. How did this start with Aubrey Miles? I think she was banging Eric Vijandre in the Survivor Island, according to the staff. But at the same time, she was kind of obviously, very much seriously involved with Troy. So, well, at least that was the rumor, allegedly. And I think that's kind of where I brought it up, the whole Ervik. Is it Eric or Ervik? Whatever the fuck. And so that's why there's kind of like a rift there with Aubrey and I. When I say who cares about winning, let's just talk about the part where it says who cares about winning the crown. Thanks for the call, Tom, by the way. Appreciate it. I'll put you on hold for now just because you throw me off a little bit. When I say who cares about the crown, it's who cares about the crown compared to offending a large population. Like, at that point, the crown doesn't really mean so much. It's, God, I hope 35 countries or whatever. I'm just going to use that number. I don't know if it's 35, but God, I hope 35 countries don't get offended by something that was said in that way. Whether it be 35 contestants or the population of 35 countries. At this point, the crown, who cares? I just don't want anyone to be really mad. And I don't really care for it, too. I mean, it would be nice to have winners every year, like Megan and stuff like that. I mean, of course, that brings pride to the country, and they should be applauded. But, like, I'm saying, who cares at this point? All I care about is a bunch of people don't get really pissed off at us. That's all. That's what I mean, That's all I mean about not caring for the crown. It's not that I don't care that we don't win. I care if we win. I mean, of course, it's good. But right now, I think the crown is probably not that big of a deal in comparison to pissing people off. That's probably the bigger issue is let's not offend a large population. And remember, I've spoken to celebrities abroad, like here in the U.S., and their number one thing about Filipinos is don't piss off Filipinos because they'll fuck you up, man. They'll fuck you up online. They are unified. They get upset. And when they get upset, you have to apologize and you have to do these things. So don't say anything offensive to Filipinos ever is what Adam Carolla told me, who's a very popular podcast. He's the number one podcast in the world. And he said something, I think, before about Pacquiao or something like that was offensive. And Jon Stewart, who is a very popular host, said, don't fuck with Filipinos, man. Don't do it. It's fucking nuts. So I get it. I mean, I get why we can get so angry about being offended, but let's not then do things where people would be offended by stuff we say if we're representing the nation. Let's take that same lesson that we give other people and let's learn it for ourselves. Sure, I have nothing against Ariella. I wish she does well. But at the same time, that thing that we're known for, which is being upset if you fucking make us look bad, let's not make other people look bad then too. Then so we're not hypocrites. We act the way we expect other people to treat us. If we're going to be pissed off and sensitive about everything that's said about us, well, then let's use that same sensitivity and not go say something about other populations. Makes sense to me. Where are we? Let's go to... What are we looking at here, Ange? You're sending me a bunch of messages and I don't understand. Or is it Ange or is it GN? All right, let's go to David now. He will he's on line 6, is that right?
No 6.
He got cut off. Okay, we'll wait for it. I hope I'm not overreacting about this entire thing. I was listening to the whole interview, not a part of it. I was sitting in my office listening to the whole interview. It was just kind of in the background while I was fucking around on the internet doing something, maybe watching porn. And I heard her say it. I heard her say, we'll look at the litany. And I said, whoa, boy, that sucks. Now, I mean, it's not a big deal to me again because I don't have the passion for these pageants that so many of you others have. And so I understand why there's a lot of bashing going on Twitter now for me and stuff like that. I understand because you guys love this stuff, and that's fine. I get it. It's like if you offended astronomy or aviation, I'd defend it too because I love those things. But, you know, so I was sitting there, I was like, wow, but that sounds kind of so I rewound and I was like, let me listen to that again, and it sounds like this.
I think she's having a hard time speaking in English.
Yes, I'm aware of it actually, and you know, I've got a lot of trainings, especially on my communication skill, and I'm doing my best to really express myself, to convey my message to the people. Especially, you know, Latinas cannot even
That's true.
Speak a sentence, right? But
that's true.
I mean, a complete sentence.
In English.
In English, yeah.
I don't know, man. Am I exaggerating? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe there's a pissed off Latina out there who hasn't heard it yet. We'll see. I'm just saying, at the time, I heard it and I was like, ooh, that's not very representation of the country well. Now, that doesn't make sense, but, you know, there are people that if you're going to get involved in something, you're going to be in a international stage and you're going to wear that banner. Let's just not put other countries down, especially when they're standing next to you. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if the president in some sort of UN convention or says, well, look at you guys, and they're right there. That's a little bit of a fuck up. All right. But anyway, let's not talk about it. Well, let me ask the staff, because I love referring to them on shows like these. And then I don't want to talk about this anymore. I want to move on and get back to your regular love problems. Pico, Ange.
Yep.
Do not agree with me because you're on the show. I want your real opinion. What the fuck? Was it offensive? Was I overreacting? Are people stupid? Is she stupid? Where are we at here with you guys? Because I value your opinions.
I think, yeah.
Not just for lesbians and paying ballers and stuff.
Yeah.
I really want, you know, your legit take on this. Pico, fire away.
Yep. I think she made a mistake or...
Salad.
Yeah, salad. Yeah.
I really don't get why people think that you're bringing her down just because you pointed something out that can be improved.
Yeah, I think in a way you're trying to protect her in a way, just so she could avoid making a more serious mistake.
Protect her, protect us.
Yeah.
Like
us in general.
Yeah, no, I get you, but
yeah.
It's great that she learns now before she fucking says something really. God,
yeah, in the event itself. Yeah,
in the event
that would be
itself.
worse. Yeah.
Right? I mean, maybe this is a little lesson and a good lesson to learn at this point. Now, again, if a Latin American news fucking network or whatever picks this up and says, hey, listen, you know, it might hurt her chances, but maybe it won't, whatever. But at least there's a lesson to be learned. Don't do that shit. And maybe even more, take an interpreter with you. Take one with you. Who cares? Everybody does it.
And that the point of raising that she has this weakness, parang it says that we have the confidence that she can win the crown, but she just has to change this one thing. Parang,
yeah, and my thing is, like, she's beautiful, man. She's beautiful. She's sexy. She's incredibly hot. It's like, why then showcase a weakness when you're such a strong bet? I mean, this is, you know, we got a chance here with you. In terms of looks, we have a chance. Let's give the best chance by taking an interpreter with you, and no one's going to be pissed off. It's not like the judge panel, unless I'm mistaken, expects us to speak English and knocks points off because we brought an interpreter. It's not like that's going to happen, so why not? Listen, you can't get away with that answer in that stage. You can get away with it on Karen's show, and Karen might even agree with you, as she's heard her say, oh, it's true. You can't get away with a statement like that on that scale. No way. When you include the different ways certain cultures interpret things, we are very sensitive. We will interpret that in a very that would be an aggressive statement if you said that about Filipinos.
some people even say that it doesn't matter because she's a chemist and she can identify chemical compounds just by looking at it. You're not gonna look at chemical compounds on the
I didn't hear that,
during the pageant. Diba?
I didn't hear that, but yeah, whatever. I mean, yeah.
That's what her
I'm
profile
just
and
saying
Miss
you
Universe
need
website
to
says.
be diplomatic when you are representing
Yeah,
the
I think
country
she
on an
needs to be
international
more
stage. And
careful
that
with the
is
words.
not
Yeah.
a diplomatic statement by
Exactly.
any means. And please, let's be clear. People who go, ikaw, paano ikaw? Puro mga chismis lang. Yeah, okay, fine. Let's just say that's true. I'm not representing the Philippines. If I was representing the Philippines in the International Twitter Convention, then fine, maybe I'm not going to go ahead and put, hey, suck a dick with Singao at the convention. But I'm not. And neither are you, Pico, and neither are you, Ange, and neither are these fake Chris Aquino, fake Gretchen Barreto, fake Marlon Stockinger, who send me
Stockinger.
constant tweets, or Gretchen Barreto or whatever, who send me tweets about it. That's all. All right, are we done with this? Can we get on to more problems, real problems?
Yes.
Let's talk to Mars and go on line 6. We have Mars, right, on line 6?
Yep.
All right, Mars, you're on the show. What's up?
Hi.
Hi, baby. You're 17
hello.
years old in Pasig. What's going on?
Yeah. My ex used to had an oral with me, and my VJ kind of looks like ugly, and it's soft.
Your boyfriend had oral sex with you, and he left your vagina looking ugly? Mars, is that the question?
Yeah,
Sorry,
and
I got
I
a cell
don't know
phone.
what's the remedy for it. Should I get a surgery or what to fix it? Because
Well, did he bite on it?
no, he didn't. He kind of sucked it, and it kind of it doesn't look like presentable to others.
Okay, so your vagina was fine. Okay, let's regroup here. Your vagina looked fine at one point. Then your boyfriend went down on you, and he sucked your vagina, and now it's ugly? He left it permanently weird looking?
Yeah, exactly.
I've never heard this before. This is the greatest call of all time. 17-year-old vagina now destroyed by sucking boyfriend. And she's now considering surgery. Now, what does it look like now? Like, explain to me what part of it seems destroyed compared to what it used to be before your hungry boyfriend went down on you.
The side one. I really can't explain it because it's very hard to explain it. But it's kind of low, like other porn stars like.
Yeah, they have longer lips now. It's kind of like, it looks like excess skin just dangling there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get that done if it bothers, but is it really a problem? I mean, is it look awful? Obviously, you're 17. We're not going to ask for a fucking photo, but is it like a big difference?
It looks really bad. And whenever I'm going to have that...
Hold on, time out. Lesbian Ange, get on the show right now. God damn it.
That was Pico.
Lesbian Ange is like, I need a picture of this vagina. And then
That was
I clearly
Pico.
then send, hey, she's 17. Oh, that's right, she's 17.
That was
Harnessing
Pico.
the inner Freddy in you.
No, that was Pico.
She's 17. Please,
Yeah.
Lesbian Ange. Huh?
Okay.
Edge.
No need to send the photo.
All right, thank you.
When's
Get
her
off.
birthday,
Get
though,
away.
sabi ni Ange?
When's her birthday? Jailbait. Get the fuck out, please. If it's bothering you that much, love, obviously there are surgeries that can be done to remedy the problem. I just can't fathom how your boyfriend can go down on you, suck it, and make those things long. It doesn't make sense to me in a physiological kind of angle, like that's even possible. If that's the case, I'd want your boyfriend to suck my dick just to see if it gets bigger. Even though I wouldn't want a guy sucking my dick, but I'll make an exception for your boyfriend if it meant he can actually do that with his sucking ability. I think that was there to begin with. You've maybe noticed it a little bit more. Maybe a little bit of paranoia kicked in after he sucked down on it. Excuse me, but it's hard to fathom that happened in the way you said it happened. That's all. That's my take. That's my take on it. But if we're talking about how to fix it, yeah, you can surgically fix it where the lips aren't so long. But when you're 17, don't do that. Don't do that till you're late, mid-20s and because you're just going to be throwing money away. We don't mind. We don't mind if it's that long. I mean, obviously, don't let it go down middle of your thigh, but if it's just dangling there like a porn star, like you say, the porn, we're fine with that.
I have another question.
Sure.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Is it okay if you see that kind of VJ and you're like you're a guy and I'm going to have sex with you and you saw that VJ, are you going to think that, ew, stay away from me, or okay, go fuck
No, we won't. We're still happy that someone's willing to get naked in front of us. It kind of goes back to the whole. Well, somebody asked me this on Ask FM last night. I have inverted nipples. Is it going to be a problem for guys? And I'm like, listen, it's like a yellow Ferrari. We prefer a red Ferrari, but it's still a fucking Ferrari. We'll be happy with a yellow one. I mean, you're still an attractive female willing to get naked in front of me. Yeah, if we're going to notice every little detail, sure, maybe we wouldn't want long pussy lips. But it's not a deal breaker. It's not something that's going to be like, oh shit. We're actually still rather happy, rather thrilled that somebody's willing to get naked in front of us. And I'm going to assume it's like the big dick, small dick. Like, are you going to be turned off if a guy doesn't have a massive penis? But if he's got a smaller penis, are you going to like, ew? Well, no, I think you'd like a big dick because big dicks are so, heralded in society like it's such a big deal. Fine, but would you not then sleep with your boyfriend because his dick isn't as big as you hoped it was going to be? I mean, of course not. Now, there's also the extreme. Like I said, if your vagina lips go down your thigh, then yeah, this is going to be a problem. As if if my dick was 1.5 inches, that's going to be a problem. But within reason, if it's within reason, which is a penis that's 3.5 inches to vagina lips that are 3.5 inches. That's pretty gross still though. But anyway, whatever. There's within reasons. And if it's just a little bit worse than what it used to be, no big deal. If it's a lot worse and it's bothering you, then yeah, you can get it fixed. We can't get our small dick fixed though. So you're still in better shape than we are.
Yeah.
You still win. Yeah, you're fine. Mars,
I'm sorry,
you're fine.
But
Yeah, you're fine.
To make this conversation short, parang hindi naman yun importante, right? Like, if
It's
I can
not.
make the guy happy, what?
Why don't you just make yourself happy? Don't worry about the other guy. He's happy. Like, don't put so much pressure on yourself that you have to be this perfect sexual, piece of ass that, that makes guys happy. Make yourself happy. Really, I'm telling you, don't worry so much about how other guys are going to view you and your vagina. Worry about how they view your personality. I mean, really, it's cheesy, but it's true. Like, I don't want you thinking that if a guy dumps you because your pussy lips are longer than other girls, then fuck that guy. Forget him. He's an asshole.
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah,
please
absolutely.
really sell that. Like, if a guy takes off your bra and says, "Oh, your nipples aren't pink," oh man, that sucks. Kick his ass out of your house because that's the wrong guy for you. Make sense? Hope so. He should just be lucky that he's seeing nipples and fucking vagina lips. I mean, he should be fucking thrilled about that. And so what if they look like they're as long as the ones in the porn films? Whatever. Who cares? He's supposed to be in love with you, especially at this age. I want you to have sex with guys who you're in love with and they're in love with you. All that casual sex stuff, do that kind of a little bit later in your age. Don't go away.
Stay tuned. We'll return after this commercial break.
With All Stars, we're always always on the move. It's really important for us to get better and stronger for every competition that we get into. For all the different lifestyles that we have, some of us are graphic artists, filmmakers. We still find ways to get together. We put a lot of effort in practicing and rehearsing. Minsan may mga biglaang shows or auditions, so it's really important for us to get connected. I use my Globe group messaging to get a hold of everybody else. Malayo na rin ang narating namin, marami na rin kaming napuntahan. So it's really important to get connected.
Familiar with a game Chubby Bunny, but
what's like?
Have you played Chubby Bunny before?
No.
You put a marshmallow in your mouth. You say Chubby Bunny. And you keep putting it in your mouth. And you keep saying Chubby Bunny.
Okay.
Whoever can fit the most in their mouth wins. But we're not gonna say Chubby Bunny. We're gonna have a conversation.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you, okay ka na ba? Okay. And you're gonna be like, okay na, okay na.
Okay.
Okay. Okay?
Yeah.
Go.
2 at a time.
Okay, I'll learn 2 at a time. Okay ka na ba? What?
Okay na, okay na. I just saw it.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay na, okay na.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay na, okay na.
What? Okay. No, not this one.
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Were you the one who posted, James, regarding the guidelines when it comes to checkpoints?
Yes, I was.
That's fantastic.
Yes, I just made it up, but I thought it was this time of year, right? Elections. You never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Okay? Children, do not follow this at home. I'm just kidding. Just so you know your rights. If you do get stopped by a checkpoint,
You are not.
We're able to verify all of
them.
these, James.
You're not allowed to run over them. That didn't make it here. So technically. Now, number 2. Upon approach, slow down. I guess that counts as not running them over. Dim headlights and turn on cabin lights. Okay.
Cabin lights.
Mm-hmm. Lock all doors of vehicles during inspection. Since lock.
They might get pissed off because you're locking.
But that's the
doors.
thing.
Okay.
This is where they get you. And this is actually, I know we're making fun of it a little bit, but this is a serious issue. We've seen some people genuinely harassed. Drugs are planted. And other things, a Justin Bieber CD is planted, which is even worse.
Oh,
yes,
no.
I've heard of that, And there's no defense for that. There's really no defense. Yeah, it's like, but Your Honor, we found this. Throw the book at him. The CD as well.
Then after that you have to submit your cell phone and everything. And next thing you know, you have a Justin Bieber ringtone.
Catch James Deacon and the boys on Counterflow Wednesdays, 7:30 to 8:30, only here on The Factory.
Then the maid got jaundice. Jaundice is different from jaundice. Jaundice is buntis, like that. But she does not... Tirsa? Anyway, jaundice does not know... This is professional show. I will put the merienda here. So, jaundice. And I'm now happy to present to you Carl Lutario. Halika dito, te. Tabi tayo. Gusto mo ng snacks? Ano ba to? Ganyan ba yan? Tapos?
Ang puti.
Ay, tapos. Dito ba? Pwede ba dyan?
Pwede. Concealer. Ayan, para sa show mo, ha? Oh.
Aray ko. Amayaya ba? Pwede ba itong ano? Zora, pang ano ba to? Oil absorbing? Pwede pa itong pang nose line?
Tita Kay, may caution.
Caution! Caution! Basta ng glamour, te!
When used for the first 2 weeks, more pimples will appear. Burahin na sila.
Oh my God! Te!
Sorry, ma'am.
Basta ng glamour!
Ito talaga?
Hindi, bago yan. Don't worry.
Buti ako sa mata lang. Hindi naman nagkakapyo. Dapat pala caution muna yung pinasa natin.
Join your host, Carrots Nazareno, on Live, Love, Lols every Thursday, 7:30 to 8:30, only here on The Factory.
With All Stars, we're always on the move. It's really important for us to get better and stronger for every competition that we get into. For all the different lifestyles that we have, some of us are graphic artists, filmmakers. We still find ways to get together. We put a lot of effort in practicing and rehearsing. Minsan may mga biglaang shows or auditions, so it's really important for us to get connected. I use my Globe group messaging to get a hold of everybody else. Malayo na rin ang narating namin, marami na rin kaming napuntahan. So it's really important to get connected.
Familiar with a game Chubby Bunny, but
What's like?
have you played Chubby Bunny before?
No.
You put a marshmallow in your mouth, you say Chubby Bunny, and you keep putting it in your mouth, and you keep saying Chubby Bunny.
Okay.
Whoever can fit the most in their mouth wins. But we're not gonna say Chubby Bunny. We're gonna have a conversation.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you, okay ka na ba? And you're gonna be like, okay na, okay na.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go.
2 at a time.
Okay, I'll learn 2 at a time. Okay ka na ba? What?
Okay na, okay na. I just saw it.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay na, okay na.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay na, okay na.
Okay. No, that's disgusting.
Friend says she hates me.
It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast. Call the show tonight and get your love problem answered. Follow us on Twitter at GTWM Podcast and visit www.motwister.com.
Back on the show here, Good Times with Mo, the podcast, Season 2, brought to you by Globe. Hey, good news. Globe Telecom has completed its rollout of submarine fiber optic backbone in Palawan, so it's ensuring a more dependable network for calls, text, and internet connections. So next time you go on vacation in Palawan, you need not worry about your signal. The only thing you have to worry about would be what pictures to upload and who you call and text to update about your wonderful vacation escapades. So register to Unleash services while you're at it. Thank you, Globe, for being such a big part of this show. All right, 478-7954, Skype, The Good Times Podcast. You can text us 0927-214-1981. And I believe this is your last chance for your calls. We'll take a couple more before we go ahead and wrap up tonight's episode. Let's start with Michael here, who is on line 6. Michael, welcome to the program. You are, I believe, 29 years old in Pateros. Hi, Michael.
Hi. What's up, Mo?
What's up? I'm good, man. How are you?
Not really good.
Oh, shit. What happened?
Last week, I have this girlfriend for 9 years.
Okay.
Then 2 months ago, she told me that she's pregnant 4 months. So I was too excited. Then just last week, may nag-text sa akin na guy. Then pauwi na ako galing from work. Then sinabi niya, using my girlfriend's number, who are you? So nag-reply ako. Sabi ko, who's this? Then tumawag siya. Then sumagot yung guy. Tapos in-explain niya na nasa hospital na si Donna, my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Then nanganak na pala. Nanganak na 9 months na pala yung tiyan niya. Pero late ko na nalaman na 9 months na nung nanganak na siya.
Okay, sorry. I'm slightly confused here. So, you found out that your girlfriend is pregnant by some other guy.
Yeah.
And you are still together or not? She's still your girlfriend.
Nakipag-break na ako nung nalaman ko na yun niya, na may other guy.
Okay, hold on one second. The other guy is the when did you break up with your girlfriend?
Last week lang nung malaman ko na nanganak na siya.
Okay, because you found out that the baby is his and not yours, but you were kind of like conned into believing that the child is yours.
Yes, kasi wala akong idea na may other guy eh.
Yeah.
Nalaman ko lang on the spot. So, hindi ko alam yung gagawin ko dun sa sitwasyon kasi 9 years kami.
Now, did your girlfriend admit it? That he's the father of the baby?
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure na siya kasi kung bibilangin once, January, I think, nangyari yon. January, hindi kami nagkikita eh. Kasi I was looking for work.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the question?
So, ang question ko is, nag-ano kasi siya na, like ngayon, kapapanganak nilang depression, sasabihin niya magpapakamatay daw siya. And hindi ko rin alam yung gagawin ko kasi she's my first girlfriend.
Yeah.
So, hindi ko na, medyo nagugulan ako kasi parang okay lang. Pero pag andun ka na sa, mag-isa ka na lang, hindi mo na alam gagawin mo.
Well, I think breaking up with her obviously is the right thing to do. I mean, I think the great majority of men would do that. I would do that if I would break up with my girlfriend if I found out that she lied to me about who the father is of the child. And after you break up with her, I mean, whatever she threatens to do to herself is no longer your responsibility. I mean, I know you love her and still because it's so fresh and all of these things are so fresh in your mind. And I don't even know how excited you were about the baby. I'm assuming you were very excited because, you know, it was supposed to be your child. So, everything right now is very chaotic, very traumatic. And I think you have to still stick with what you still have to stick with what you chose and what you decided to do, which was the right thing. Is you have to break up with your girlfriend. All the other things that come with it, the threats of killing themselves, the you disappointed and you heartbroken, it really is part of cheating. I mean, when you get caught, all of these emotions kind of just come. It all comes together. If I were you, I would call the guy again. And say, hey, listen, you know, I don't know what your plans are with her and the baby and stuff like that, but you have to know that, you know, I'm broken up with her. I'm done. You guys can do whatever you want now. I mean, if you care about her and stuff like that, you guys want to be together, you should know that she's really depressed and she might need somebody to support her. And by the way, fuck you, and then hang up. You know, I mean, that's what I would do if you care about her. I would just call the guy and say, hey, listen, the ball's in your court, dude. You guys decided to cheat on me. She's got a baby. You're the father. She's really under a lot of stress right now. If you want to help her, now's the time, but I'm done. And I think it's probably the right thing to do. Michael? Did we lose Michael?
We lost, yeah.
It's okay. It's all right. You know, cell phone cut off. But you don't have to get him back. You can get the next caller. But just to kind of wrap it up, there's no way you can stay in that relationship. No way. With that kind of deceit, no way. I mean, if you're a good guy and you want to forgive her for your soul and all of that stuff, fine. But you can't forgive her and like stick with her if those are the circumstances. I would call the guy and just say, hey, listen, she's really under a lot of stress. So am I, but you have to understand that there's no way this relationship is going to continue. It's all about you now, brother. And then and then of course, you know, give him a good fuck you because he fucked your girlfriend, but you know, whatever. It's going to hurt. Everyone's going to hurt in this one. But they'll survive, as everyone seems to do. Let's go to line 5 and talk to Who do we got here? Daben, 23. Hi, Daben.
Hello.
What's up?
Hello, Mo.
Hi, Daben. How are you?
Just a question.
Sure.
Actually, it's Daben.
Sorry, Daben. My fault.
Yeah, no problem. My question is, how do I tell my girlfriend that I need more time with her without making her feel na nakakasakal akong boyfriend? Because I'm usually the one who's the busier one in the relationship. And this is the first time na ako yung naghahabol ng oras.
So you don't want to seem like you're controlling your girlfriend or taking up too much of her time, and you don't want her to make it feel like nasasakal siya. That's the question.
Yes. Because, she's really busy with her work now. Bago kasi yung work niya eh.
Well, how often do you see her?
Once a week.
That's not so bad. How often do you talk to her on the phone?
Almost every day naman. Kaya lang hindi kasi ako sanay. Kasi, I'm a law student, but even with my previous relationships, I do make time to at least see my girlfriend 3 to 4 times a week. So,
yeah, well,
para sa depend.
If I were you, I would talk to her and say, listen, this is what I hope we can do, but let's find out what we could realistically do. I think that conversation has to happen because so you know what the boundaries are. You establish some sort of structure. If you're very busy with law and she's very busy with her job, you can tell her, hey, listen, I think I can juggle seeing you 2-3 times a week because I really enjoy, spending time with you. But if you're too busy for that, it's okay. Let's try to find a structure that we can have where Monday, Wednesday nights are you and me, or Saturday and Friday, Saturday nights are you and me. Come up with something that you can follow. But tell her also what you're hoping to achieve, like what you're hoping to accomplish. You're hoping to get 3 times a week because that's what you would like. Okay, is it possible? And then you work out the schedule, find out if it's doable, and if it's not, let's take it down to 2 times a week. You kind of deduct from what your goal is with her. Now, you're not going to feel like you're choking her because you're actually having a legit conversation. It's different. Choking, I think, starts with like texting every fucking hour and going, where are you? What are you doing? That's awful. But if you have a conversation with her and you sit down and you say, okay, so Friday, Saturday, date night natin yan, ha? And then if we can squeeze in anything else throughout the week, halimbawa may na-cancel ng appointment or may na, sige, let's do that. But at least for now, let's make Friday, Saturday our nights. And then, work from there. Tell her what you want and let's see if it's possible. Does that make sense? Have you had that conversation?
Oo, kaso she's a bit stressed lately kasi nga bago yung work. So parang ang dating sa kanya is feeling niya na ang sinasabi ko ay parang ang take niya is dapat na ba ako mag-resign? Parang ganun.
She thinks that you're pressuring her to resign.
Yeah, parang sinasabi niya na ayaw ko ng work niya, though she's enjoying her work naman.
Yeah, I think if she feels that way, if she feels that you're pressuring her to resign, there must be something you're doing that's making it feel that way. Like, you have to kind of change your approach on this whole not enough time for you thing. I think you need to have that sit-down conversation, establish when your days are together, and then leave the door open for any free time that she might have. Just tell you so you can go ahead. But because she's in a new job, she's probably going to spend a lot of time with new people. You have to be able to accept that.
Okay.
Hey, all right? Are you writing this down like notes, or are you chatting with someone else?
No, I'm taking notes.
Ah, okay. Oh, fantastic. Wow. I feel like
Thank
a
you
professor.
so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. No, but really, have the conversation. And I hope it works out. Thanks, Daben. Or Daben. I forgot. But nevertheless.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Wow, taking notes? That can't be true. Sounded like he was chatting. But if he was taking notes, wow, I feel so I feel so mature. We have a lot of calls here. Where are we at, guys? Who's next?
Line 2.
Line 2. Let's talk to Carlo, 24, Marikina. Hi, Carlo. Line 2. What's up?
Hey, Mo.
Hey.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, I was just wondering, out of the randomness,
Wait, Carlo. Your phone line is breaking up here. One more time.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to have a relationship with your best girlfriend instead of just randomly meeting girls out there and just, dating them and then poof, you're in a relationship.
Is it okay to have a relationship with your best girlfriend? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean best friend.
Yeah, best friend, but she's a girl.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. A few of my past relationships started with them being very, very good friends, even, best friend, and then it kind of just blossoms into a relationship. It worked out fine. Some of them, they didn't work out fine, but some of them worked out great. It's actually the move that I usually take when I like someone. I make them a really good friend first, and then I date them, because I don't have the moves. I'm not that kind of guy that can go up to a girl, say that I'm interested in her, and then kind of make it blossom into a relationship via courtship, any of that stuff. I have to go the friend route most of the time.
Yeah, but you're going to be taking a lot of risk, because there's a lot of possibility that you might hurt her. I mean,
yeah, if you're an asshole,
will be in a relationship.
Right, of course, but it doesn't mean you don't take the chance. Like, just because it can turn out awful, it doesn't mean that you don't try. I mean, it would be worse to not try, in my opinion. Fuck, I know Dr. Seuss had a great quote. I just can't fucking think of it right now, where it was kind of this thing about trying versus not trying because you think that it might end negatively. Like, for example, Ange here, Lesbo Ange, we brought up her issue a few weeks back, which is, okay, guy's gonna leave the country, so she in turn then doesn't want to have anything to do with him, but she really likes him. Ange, is that right?
Yeah.
That's right, all right. But you love me. So, my advice is always take the opportunity. Don't ever be scared of it. And yeah, fine, maybe you guys won't get married and you'll end up breaking up, but guess what? You can have a really good breakup instead of a bad one.
Yeah, so life is all about taking risks, learning from your mistakes, and all that.
No, life is, again, there's such a negative connotation to the way you present it. Life is stepping up and grabbing the opportunity. Like, don't think about it so much. Don't think about it too much as negatives and like risks and something might happen bad, but something might happen great. Like, what if she becomes your greatest girlfriend of all time because she in fact was your best friend to start with?
Because we have lots of foundations already. Yeah.
Exactly. Always embrace it instead of being scared of it, because you never know how special something can be. You never know.
Because I tend to prepare for things, like I tend to foresee things, what's going to happen next. I mean, the possibilities of what's going to happen next. And I think most of the time...
I do that too. I do that as well. I always try to look at the negative side or the pessimistic side when it comes to things like sports. For example, my favorite sports team is in the championship game. I try to remind myself there's a really good chance they're going to lose. Just so if they do lose, I don't feel so bad. And I'm actually happy that they even got this far and stuff like that. And if they do win, well, all the better. Then great. That's just icing on the cake. But in this case, when it comes to partnership and opportunity and jobs, for example, you have to attack it in a more positive outlook. Like, when an opportunity presents itself, you have to look at the bright side. You have to look at how great it could be instead of how awful it could be. There's a nice balance, though. I understand the negative thinker. The negative thinker is still good in other parts. Like, maybe taking an exam. Sometimes I'll take an exam and I go, oh, I fucking failed that one. And then if I don't fail it, I'm happy because I'm like, well, that's a nice surprise. But if I do fail it, I'd be like, shit, I knew it. You see? Okay, well, at least I knew it. I mean, there are things where you can have that mentality and it's effective. But not in this case where you have your best friend, she's amazing, you're in love with her, oh, but you're scared because you might hurt her. No, I mean, God, it could be amazing. You could even be better than what you are now. And that's great.
Just happy with each other's company. And
totally. Yeah.
We don't label anything. We're not even committed. And we both hate commitments for now because, well, for me, I'm not getting younger anymore. I know for a fact that probably 5-10 years from now, if I'll be committed, I'm ready to settle down already.
Yeah.
Even though I'm still
I agree.
a student, though.
Yeah, I agree that if how old are you now? How old are you, dude? 25? 24?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that if you're at an age where you've dated a lot already, 24 is a little young, but maybe, if you're 27, you've dated around a little bit, you've kind of experienced different kinds of personalities in a relationship. And if this girl is the one that kind of clicks and right now you're not looking for any commitment and she's not, but you guys enjoy each other's company and as friends and you want to make it romantic and she's willing to do that, I really think you don't let an opportunity like this pass up. And again, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't mean that it has to be a bad separation. That's a thing, I don't want people to say, oh, I don't want to like my friend because I don't want to lose her as a friend. You don't have to lose her as a friend. If it doesn't work out, you guys can still be great friends. You can break up as great friends. It's possible. A lot of people do it. So whether you're not going to, whether you marry her or not, if you don't marry her, you can still be fine with each other afterwards.
Yeah, but it's going to take time, like probably a year, I guess. Or more than a year, even.
For what?
The recovering period. Because you guys broke up.
Not necessarily. No, because remember, you just told me that she's not really into a commitment right now, and neither are you. But you guys but you want to take this to the next level, get some romance involved in it. Well, look, she's so much like you, and if you guys break up, quote unquote, it doesn't mean that you're not going to be hanging out with each other. You're just probably going to start. You're probably just going to stop having sex and stop having romantic, moments with each other. But it doesn't mean you can't be pals the way you are right now. It's not going to take a year. It could take a week. The getting over process is different. It depends on what happened in the situation. Someone just asked me this on Ask FM yesterday, which was, how long did it take for you to move on from your last breakup? It was so bad. And I'm like, how long did it take? It took me, I got over it immediately because it was so bad. It was so bad that, it was so easy to then get over. You can't really assume that something's going to take a long time. Sometimes it takes a short time. Stop trying to predict shit and just do it.
So it's like you're actually more for realistic instead of being optimistic.
Yes, always. Always realistic. Always common sense. And always take opportunities. And don't think of it as risk and all of these things.
So
opportunities.
Earlier, you told me to stop thinking life is all about taking risks, right?
Well, don't word it that way to yourself. Yeah, don't word it to yourself that way. It's about stepping up and taking opportunities. This is getting long already, but when someone first offered me a television show, they were like, hey, you want to do a TV show? I was like, shit, but what if I embarrass myself? What if I fuck up on live TV? What if everybody makes fun of me? And then so there was all of these things I don't want to do it because I'm scared and, I might do something stupid. And then when I finally did it, and then I realized I accepted my next TV show and the TV show after, I'm like, wow, was I stupid to think that? If I didn't take these opportunities, where would I be? These were such great opportunities. And I loved that I took them. And every time a mass comm student comes up to me and says, oh, can I interview you about being on the radio and being on TV? I'm like, sure. What's your advice to students? I'm like, oh, every time the opportunity shows itself, grab it. Same thing here. Your best friend.
I'm going to need that advice too.
Yeah, you fucking love your best friend in that capacity. Take advantage of the opportunity that you guys might make the world's greatest couple.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Hang in there, Kevin. Yep. That's right, Kevin. Carlo. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks. All right, thanks.
All right,
oh, yeah. Congrats to Rizal because we won.
Oh, that's right. And congrats, one of your basketball players fucks one of our, is in a sexual relationship with one of our staff members. Pico! Hold on a second. Pico, get over here.
Former
Pico.
staff member.
Explain to this guy how the whole banging the baller process goes.
According to our former staff
Pico.
member, he said...
Yeah, he said he pays some of the ballers to have sex with him. That's nuts, man. From La Salle. Can you believe that shit? Woo! But yeah, congratulations to the school. Congratulations to us. Thanks, man.
Thanks. Have a nice night.
Bye-bye. All right, you too. Funny how, like, I'm from La Salle, but I don't hesitate to saying one of our ballers is a male prostitute. That's right. Whew. Pico, what is this? Every 15th and 30th when it's payday? Is that what we're looking at?
I'll ask our former staff member. I have no idea.
Someone just sent me a message on Ask FM. Is Pico really gay? Grabe, he was a classmate of mine.
Nice, Mo. Jeez.
Is Pico really gay? He used to be a classmate of mine. Exclamation points, like a motherfucker. Oh, I love it. Love it. All right. Anyway, are we done? I know we had a lot of calls, but are we out of here?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Everybody. Whew. I want to thank you for all your phone calls. If we didn't get to your calls, we apologize. We can have you back tomorrow, though. No problem. There are quite a few there that we didn't get to, so we'd love to have you back on the show. So please try again tomorrow. So for the staff, for the people that download the show, and for all that great love I get on Twitter, we appreciate it. Yes, go. What?
We still have
Pico,
one
what
more
you saying?
break. The last break.
Oh, we do? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said we're done. Okay, yeah, all right. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll then, I'll say that whole fucking thing again when we come back. Don't go away. Back after this.
Stay tuned. We'll return after this commercial break.
With All Stars, we're always on the move. It's really important for us to get better and stronger for every competition that we get into. For all the different lifestyles that we have, some of us are graphic artists, filmmakers. We still find ways to get together. We put a lot of effort in practicing and rehearsing. Minsan may mga biglaang shows or auditions, so it's really important for us to get connected. I use my Globe group messaging to get a hold of everybody else. Malayo na rin ang narating namin, marami na rin kaming napuntahan. So it's really important to get connected.
Familiar with a game Chubby Bunny, but
wait.
Have you played Chubby Bunny before?
No.
You put a marshmallow in your mouth. You say Chubby Bunny. And you keep putting it in your mouth. And you keep saying Chubby Bunny.
Okay.
Whoever can get the most in their mouth wins. But we're not gonna say Chubby Bunny. We're gonna have a conversation.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you, okay ka na ba? Okay. And you're gonna be like, okay na, okay na.
Okay.
Okay. Okay?
Yeah.
Go.
2 at a time?
Okay, I'll learn 2 at a time. Okay ka na ba? What?
Okay na, okay na. I just saw it.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay na, okay na.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay na, okay na.
Okay. No, not this one.
What you've been missing on the factory.
Now we're gonna show you guys the new beta that just came out yesterday. Is God of War Ascension, the private beta. For
And
PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus.
Let's watch it. Right? It's not. It's Enrique playing already.
Yes. Yep. There you go. And perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Well, before that, I was kicking ass.
So go with the theme of the show. How not to play.
It's Robot Rice and Friends with Alfonso Martinez, Mickey Han, and Nigel Zalameo. Fridays, 6 to 7 p.m. Only here on The Factory.
Take a little sunshine, drop a little rainbow, mix in a smile, and stay for a while. Sabrina's Kitchen, what you waiting for? Sabrina's Kitchen, always room for one more. Sabrina's Kitchen, cooking up a storm. Sabrina's Kitchen, always something new. Sabrina's Kitchen, tables waiting for you.
Hi. They say nothing in this world is free, and for the most part, that's true. But here at NMF Network, all shows are indeed 100% free. And as an added feature, you have the option to subscribe to all your favorite programs, also at no charge. Why should you subscribe? By subscribing, you no longer have the hassle of delays when you stream the program. You also don't need to keep checking our site to see if your favorite programs are up, because they'll automatically be uploaded to your device as soon as it's available. Here's how to do it. For those people with Apple mobile devices, first you need to download the podcast app. Once you download the podcast app, open it, and you should be taken to the featured page. Now, you look for the store button. Hit the store button, and after doing that, hit the search button. Put your cursor on it and type New Media Factory. All our shows should automatically appear. Pick your favorite or favorites, open it, and hit subscribe. And that's it, you're done. Congratulations and welcome to the New Media Factory family.
Friend says she hates me.
It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast. Call the show tonight and get your love problem answered. Follow us on Twitter at GTWM Podcast and visit www.motwister.com.
Back on the show here on this Tuesday night. Ooh, forgot. And just telling me who's going to be the caller of the night. Why don't we give it to Dick Sucking Singao? Is that okay, Ange? Let's see if he go ahead and gets to win that iPad. All right. So whatever his name was, the Dick Sucking Singao guy, you are caller of the night tonight. I want to thank all our sponsors, all our staff members, our people who call the show, download them. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. This has been Good Times with Mo, the podcast, season 2, brought to you by Globe. Hey, I'm reminding all of you that if you're gonna cook up a website for yourself, especially if you're a musician, artist, or something like that. I'm giving away 1 year free service via Squarespace. It's the website development service that I used for my website, motwister.com. All you got to do is sign up for it. It's under squarespace.com/mo. That's capital M-O. And was it capital or small? No, small case M. We'll try either or. Squarespace.com/mo. Sign up, build your website. Send me the link. If I like it, boom, you get 1 year free service on Squarespace. It's a good deal. Might as well, right? Blog, website, whatever it may be, fire away. It's good stuff. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow night on the program. Thank you very much for being here. We appreciate it. All right. Bye, everyone.
Good Times with Mo, the podcast, was executively produced by Mohan Gulata, engineered by Miguel Alfindo, and operated by Icon Media Inc.
Special thanks to Magic 89.9. You can follow Mo on Twitter at www.twitter.com/DJ Mo Twister.
Email him at goodtimeswithmopodcast@rocketmail.com.